Hi, everybody. I'm Teresa Perrin. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I'm going to discuss EPIX with you, which is SE Pharmaceuticals, and tell you exactly why this is the number one stock that should be on everybody's radar. Guys, what I figured out this weekend, I am dumbfounded by. If you want to talk about the corruption and manipulation that happens in the stock market, wait till you see what's going on with this stock and why I believe that it is going to make me a crap ton of money, and it can make it for you too. If you look at the DD that I'm going to present here, I promise you, if you watch one video this weekend, this should be it, and you will not be disappointed. Let's get started. Please remember, nothing I say is financial advice. Always do your own DD and make sure you watch this to the end. I promise you what I reveal is absolutely insane, and there's a couple of things that you need to know when you're in the market, and that's one, follow big money, because they're not going to take losses, guys, and I'm going to prove to you that big money is heavily invested in this company. And number two is that when a stock has an opportunity and has basically hit a bottom and started to rebound, this is the perfect time to invest in that company. And guys, that's exactly what's happened here. I'm going to show you the charts. I'm going to show you patterns, and I'm going to show you why I think this is about to have a very, very explosive move. Let's get started. Okay, EPIX Essa Pharma. Guys, this is given a strong buy by 4 analysts. 2 of them actually give it a buy and 2 give it a strong buy, but the overall consensus is a strong buy. And currently it has a price target between $20 and $25. So obviously 2 analysts are saying 20 and 2 are saying 25, which gives it an average of $23 or $22.50, but they round it up to 23 here. And currently we are only at $4.41. It is given a short and medium term buy signal for technical analysis and a strong bullish signal overall. Guys, I'm telling you, this stock is going to absolutely explode. The average volume has been 2.92 million over the past 3 months, and on Friday it was 18.53 million. It was up 6 cents on the day, 1.3, which is 1.38%. In the after hours, it was up an additional 4 cents or 0.91%. Guys, look at this. This is just crazy. All right, so I went back to look at what the chart history has been doing, and check this out. Now, mind you, I believe that this has had reverse stock splits, so these have all been adjusted for that. And the price, look at this, $233.80 was the high back here. Look at how much of a beating it's taken in following all the way down to $1.41. Crazy, absolutely nuts. And just in the past 52 weeks, the low was $1.40 and a 52-week high of $14.88. And you know what? Forgive me, I was researching 2 stocks, and I'm not sure that this is the one that had a stock split. I don't know that that's accurate, so I'm going to take that back. But if it did, this would be adjusted on this chart. So now EPIX, check this out. Last time it hit that $1.41, it ripped all the way up to $36, guys. And granted, it wasn't instantaneous. It took time, but it did. Now, we hit that $1.40 again, and we are moving up. As you can see here, it looks like we are trying to break through about that $5.16 range, guys. If we get through there, I strongly believe that we are just going to keep on ripping. We did one day too in the after hours this week, just in case you haven't been following the stock, but it got quickly pulled back down in pre-market, which is very interesting because I'm going to show you why this short interest of 1.93% is 100% wrong. Very, very wrong. And what I'm going to show you proves it, guys. This is just disgusting, but I do want to go over this Fintel information with you quickly first. Right now, there's currently only 400,000 shares available to borrow, and there should not be any based on what I'm going to show you. And the cost to borrow is only between $4.59 and $10.86. The short volume ratio has been between 26.93% and 59.74%. On Friday, it was 52.67%. And guys, the failure to delivers here are not significant at all. So at this point, don't even concern yourself with that because it doesn't matter. Now, here's where things get really interesting in my research, and then I'm going to prove that what I just told you about that short interest is 100% wrong. And I was trying to figure out how it can rip as quickly as it did that one day. It took off from $1.41 all the way up through $4 and something cents, or maybe even higher that day. I can't remember exactly what it did, but it had a massive rip. And you can go back and watch my video on that one. Because something crazy I knew was going on, and I promised myself I was going to look into it this weekend, and I'm so glad I did. Check this out. The institutional shares long. Right now, institutions own, and write this down, 41,944,227 shares, or 95.17% of the free float. Okay, 77 total institutions own this, and guys, all 77 are long. None of them are shorting this stock. That right there should be a signal to you that institutions own 95% of the stock, and they're all long in it. Something is about to happen, okay? This is not something you see every single day, okay? This is very, very high institutional ownership. Very high. And it's extremely bullish to see that. Check it out. It's been rising steadily, and the price has been dropping, okay? So that's a divergence right there. Institutional ownership rising when the stock price is falling. You have to ask yourself, why is that? Well, let's take a look. So guys, right here is our current 13G, where Avidity Partners Management LP just purchased 3,750,000 shares, or an 8.5% ownership in the company. But you can look all the way back. There's quite a significant amount of companies, including Pfizer, that have ownerships in this company. Guys, Pfizer bought this company back February 11, 2022. They bought a 3.81% ownership. That right there intrigues me, and I'm wondering if that's why suits are loading up. Now, again, that's pure speculation. I don't know why they're loading up, but they absolutely are, and I think something big is about to happen. Check it. BB Biotech AG, again in February, purchased an 11.4% ownership in this company. Janus Henderson Group, 7.7% ownership. Eventide Asset Management, 7.5%. RTW Investments, 6%. And guys, all of these companies that bought into this are down significantly, okay? Look at what they're down. It's crazy because they bought this at a much, much higher price. The stock has gone down for the last several months, okay? And to have this kind of institutional ownership with the price falling and none of them selling tells me something. Something, I don't know whether they're going to get a buyout or whether, there's something major coming down the pipeline. Well, I mean, clearly they did a presentation on it this past week. You can go back and watch my last video. This is a very intriguing company. So I just think there's more to it. I think that there's something that I don't know and I can't figure it out because I've never seen the institutional ownership, and we haven't even talked about insider buying, okay? It's nuts. But it's huge. Now, let's take a look at right here. Morgan Stanley, even 1027, showed that they own 3,669,688 shares, which is 28.65%, guys. well, that's the value that's changed. The share percentage change is 136.67. So they're increasing their ownership. And look at, I believe that there were companies actually shorting this, which is probably what was happening with the price going down, and they've sold out. Look at Fidelity MSCI Healthcare Index ETF sold out. SMMV iShares sold out. BBC Virus Life Tech Biotech sold out. Okay, so these companies all sold out, and yet now I think it's time to rip. So remember, when companies sell that are shorting, and now we have everybody long in this company, it tells you something. Okay, I do think that this also shows us something. Now we're going to do the math on this in a second, because I'm going to prove to you with just the institutional owners and the insider ownership that more than 100% of this stock is owned. And that short interest is very wrong, guys. And we're going to do the math and give you the exact numbers. But the insider ownership owns, write this down, 12,915,850 shares. Now, total, there's 44,073,076 shares. Write that down. Again, the total number of shares in this company is 44,073,076 shares. The 17 insiders own 29.31%. Right off the bat, that should say to you, how is it that the insiders can own 29.31% and the institutions can own 95.17%? Something's not adding up here, because that would be more than 100% without even talking about any retail that owns shares. And I'm sure that they do. I know that I do, so that's not counting any of the shares that I own or any other retail person owns. Nuts. All right. Now, this is the most recent buys. This Biotech Growth NV has been buying up shares like crazy. Look at all the buy orders they've had since, going back 2/22/2021, 8/18/2021, 6/30/2022, 7/14/2022, 7/15/2022, 7/18/2022, 10/26/2022, and 10/27/2022. They bought more a day apart from each other. Guys, that's crazy. So now they bought millions and millions of shares of this company. Why? Are they seeing what I'm seeing and saying, something's not adding up here? Things are about to get a little bit crazy, if you ask me. Now, again, if you didn't write it down the first time, here's your opportunity, because I'm going to do the math on this. EPIX Essa Pharma's insider ownership is 29.31%. There's 17 total insiders that own 12,915,850 shares. Again, 12,915,850 shares. The total shares outstanding are 44,073,076. There are 77 total institutions that own EPIX. And 77, meaning all of them, are long. None of them are short. None of them have a long short position. That's a total of 41,944,227 shares, or 95.17%. Now, guys, when you take 12,915,880, which is the amount of institutional shares owned, the amount of insider shares owned, and you add it to the institutional shares owned of 41,944,227. You get a total of 54,860,107 shares. Clearly, that's more than the total number of shares that exist in this stock. So how can Fintel be telling us there's only 1.93% short interest? Guys, like I said, Fintel is a tool. It's not completely accurate because it's based on what's being reported. But they have all these numbers, so why is it that I can do this math, but yet they can't? Again, 54,860,107, which is the total of the institutional and insider shares, minus the total number of shares that are actually available for this stock, which is 44,073,076, equals 10,787,031. That's right, guys. They created an additional 10,787,031 shares. Or in otherwise, naked shares, because that's way more than they own. And that's not even counting what retail owns. Now, if we divide that 10,787,031 by that 44,773,076, guys, we get 0.2447. In other words, the short interest without counting any of retail shares out here is 24.47%. So 24.5% short interest. Again, not counting any of what retail owns. And that's only in counting institutional shares that have to report. Guys, if you ask me, this is an opportunity to make a killing. Once word starts to spread, and I hope that you guys spread this video far and wide, and this stock starts to move, it is going to fly. And I promise you, with 77 institutions holding long, they want the price to move. So you better believe it's going to go to the upside. Now, is there something more that I don't know about to happen? Could be. Look at who owns this company. It's very, very interesting, to say the least. Guys, please like this video. Please share this video with everybody you know. Word needs to get out, not only just about this stock, but this is happening a lot. This isn't the first time I've seen it, guys. And this is something similar to what I saw in the beginning in Redbox, okay? And remember what happened to that? It went from $2 to $18. And guys, it would have gone a lot higher if it weren't for that crappy buyout. This doesn't have some crappy underpriced buyout attached to it. The worst thing that can happen to this stock is it gets diluted more. But clearly there's way more shares owned than what exists. So would that be such a bad thing? No, because you know what it would do? It may initially drop the price slightly, but it would increase the liquidity because there's no shares really to be borrowed. They just keep naked shorting the buys out there. Not shorting, they just keep creating naked shares. They're not shorting. Clearly, that's not the problem. But there's way more shares than actually exist. It's a problem. And they've admitted to it. And that's not counting any of retail. This should not be happening. And this poor stock has been beat down very, very hard. That's just beyond BS, guys. Look at this. It's all-time high, $233.80, and they brought it all the way down to $1.41 a few days ago, or a week or two ago, and it's at $4 now. That's just BS. When there's more shares owned than even exist, this stock should be above this $233. And guys, look at when it ripped before. It was all the way down here like it is right now, and it ripped all the way up to $233. Ask yourself, why did that happen? Can it happen again? We'll see. Hope you stayed to the end and saw all of this, because I think it's very, very intriguing, and I think that there's a lot of money to be made in this stock. So guys, please comment below. Let me know your thoughts, and if you're going to invest in it, I wish you a ton of success. Please know that this may not be an instant boom, you buy and the thing erupts. It could take time, because look at how long these toots and these insiders have been buying it up. But guys, something seems to me that it's brewing, and I think that over time, in a market that's been so crappy, this stock is going to continue to rise, and I think it's going to eventually have a day where it just rips and keeps on ripping, because clearly, between the institutions and insiders, there's way more shares than physically exist, okay? So something big's about to go down. So keep your eye on EPIX. Take care, guys. Thank you for watching. And please consider subscribing to the channel if you like content like this. And also consider watching my daily morning watch list where I discuss stocks for free that I think have an opportunity to run. And again, guys, it's a watch list, so not all of those stocks will run every day. But I'm going to tell you every day, 2 or 3 of them at least make very nice moves. So there is opportunity. Thank you so much again for watching. Take care.